Good morning and welcome to our very first scope for our book club on the life-giving home. Today we're going to be talking about chapter 1, and this book is by Sally Clarkson and Sarah Clarkson. I'm actually showing you the experience guide right now, which they also have, but here is the actual book. So you can see it is by Sally and Sarah Clarkson. It's a mother and daughter who wrote this together, and it's all about how to create a place of belonging and becoming. So welcome. For those of you who are new, my name is Crystal Payne and I'm the founder of MoneySavingMom.com. I saw that Jean, I'm not sure how you pronounce your name, you said you don't have any kids, and what the beautiful thing is from this book is that it's not necessarily, some of it is about creating, from what I've seen so far, some of it is about creating a life-giving home for your family and your kids, but a lot of the principles can be applied across the board, whether you have kids or don't have kids, whether you're married or not married. So I really love how it has a broad sort of appeal, and Sarah, Sally's daughter, is not married, and so she has a perspective that's very different than Sally, as her being a mom of 4. Are there pictures in it? There are not pictures in it, so you're not missing anything. I was just listening to Sally's interview with Mackenzie last night, Court. I didn't get it all finished, but I was listening. I think I got about 20 minutes through, so very good. Okay, so this chapter 1 is about a life-giving legacy, and there was so much in here. I loved these questions that she asked herself. She said, in what ways can I make room for those needing a place to be creative? How can I group chairs, couches, and tables in our home in a way that encourages people to spend time together? How can I use my own kitchen and the rest of my house to meet both the physical and emotional needs of my family and those who might not have as much? What events can I dream up that help us celebrate life and make memories through meals and learning how to cook for groups with simplicity? And then she talked about creating a home does not require having a mansion. She said a home, really, it's just a home that serves all who enter. You want to have a home that reflects our own taste and the values we treasure. A home that meets the needs of family and visitors alike, that fosters beauty and creativity. A home where the atmosphere, traditions, and celebrations give life to the hearts, minds, and souls of those inside its walls. A home that provides a life-giving legacy that will last for generations to come. Yes, be happy where you're at and really cultivate the ground that you're on, the home that you're in, the place that you're in. Maybe it's just a tiny little apartment, or maybe it's just a little room in a house that you share with your family. And so how can you cultivate your space and make it a life-giving place? She said, our hearts hunger for a community where we are intimate members, a sense of belonging to people who love us. Our souls crave a purpose bigger than our jobs, a connection to a sense of meaning. We yearn to know that our own stories have significance in the grander scheme of God's mega story. All of these may be found in a home, a place to belong, a people to be a part of, and a purpose where God's righteousness and design are celebrated and cherished in community every day. This is so good then. The essence of home, you see, is not necessarily a structure. What makes a home is the life shared there, wherever that may be, and cultivating the life of home requires intentionality, planning, and design. So yes, easier said than done, but you want contentment. And so now this was kind of, the chapter 1 was laying the foundation for what is a life-giving home. And then the chapter 2 is going to be about how we were made for home, and it's by her daughter. The paradox of contentment and dreams. Yes. So anyway, I wasn't sure what I was going to think of this book. I've loved all of Sally's other books, but this one was a little bit different. And honestly, I was a little concerned because I am not the person, if you know me, you know that I'm not the kind of person who plans a lot of parties or decorates my house and my wall and is always, reorganizing things and is all into, I love flowers and I love candles, but I'm not going to be just putting a lot of effort into a whole lot of beauty because I'm more of a minimalist. And so I wasn't sure, but so far I'm 4 chapters in and I'm really being inspired by it and saying, okay, how can I take these ideas and make them work for me and for our family? And not feel like I need to be like the Clarksons or I need to be like someone else, but how can I take these ideas and make them work for us? And so we'll talk more about that as we go along and talk about how to really personalize this idea for you and for your family and for your home or your space. So anyway, yeah, can't afford to be Martha Stewart. And I'm kind of one of those people where it's like, I don't really have the desire. I would much rather, like, what my passions lie is people and marketing and being strategic and those sorts of things, not redecorating my house. That's just who I am. And so not feeling like I have to be someone that I'm not, but how can I make my space and the people, how can I be life-giving to the people that God has placed in my life and that are around me? And what does that look like for me? So anyway, that's what I want to share with you today, and that was from The Life-Giving Home by Sally and Sarah Clarkson, and we'll be in chapter 2 tomorrow. So if you missed this morning in my earlier scope, I said that at 3 p.m. Central Time this afternoon, I'm going to do a scope on email list and 3 things that you need to build a great email list. And so we'll talk about that at 3 p.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. So have a great day, and I will see you then.